morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's Sunday, October 15th, 2023. There's been another rash of earthquakes there in Afghanistan and one in Iran. I thought that was really interesting. I'm going to start with the earthquakes there in Afghanistan. In the last month, there has been 7 earthquakes. And what I noticed about these earthquakes is the first one, it started on October 7th. What else happened on October 7th? That is when Israel was invaded by Hamas. These are very unusual earthquakes. They are shallow. The deepest one was probably about 14 kilometers or 8.7 miles in depth. Yeah, look at here. We got a 5.5, a 6.3, a 5.9, which was only 4.8 miles in depth, a 5.6, a 3.9. Yeah, that was real shallow, and a 5.4. More recently, there's been a 4.4, a 4.3, and a 4.2. Now, these are earthquakes that are less than a magnitude 4.5. And there we can see. This is all within the last 24 hours, 5 earthquakes. Shallower earthquakes cause more damage than earthquakes of deeper depth. So there's going to be lots of damage there. Some of the reports sent into EMSE, here it says, I was scared a lot and ran away from home. What else do we got here? Felt strongly. Another one says it was stronger than the previous ones of the last week. We were eating breakfast. Most of the people were outside. Some were in their houses. It occurred about 11 a.m. local time. In fact, 11:36 a.m., 23 people sent in reports to USGS. Did you feel it? They gave it an intensity level of 5, which means it was felt by most people. There had been breakage of dishes, windows, and plaster. Disturbance of tall objects. You got to take into account the mud and brick construction in this location. Here we have one Twitter post that was translated. It says, in the hospital, our medical teams have assisted 77 patients hospitalized in the tents we have set up since last week. Yeah, I think that's interesting that it occurred a week ago on Saturday. And I'll make another image here for you. Yeah, laying on the ground. Quite devastating. Poor people. You can't blame the people for what the government and the politics and the religious fanatics do. Here's another Twitter post. While Afghanistan bleeds after the major earthquakes hit the city of Haparat, people have come out in support of our brothers and sisters in Palestine. People probably don't know that even Israel, according to prophecy, is going to be struck by a very large earthquake. So large, according to the Bible, it's going to split the city into 2 separate halves. All these earthquakes were what's considered thrust earthquakes, where one side stays stationary and the other side rises up. And you can see the direction, I assume, of this fault line. This is the Herat fault, and it actually forks off and to the north, and that's where the majority of these quakes have been occurring. Now, Iran had a large earthquake. It was a magnitude 5.3 right there. It also was a very shallow earthquake and a thrust earthquake. It was only 6.2 miles in depth. And this happened after the Iranian Foreign Ministry threatened a huge earthquake in Israel if they continue attacks on the Gaza Strip. Well, they got the large one. They'll probably have more coming around the world. There on the local news, they are saying it occurred, I believe, at 5:15 p.m. local time, several hours after the earthquakes in Afghanistan. In fact, both Iran and Afghanistan are reporting those 2 recent events together. And there is one image, I don't know if it's more recent, of damaged bricks. This looks rather odd, unless maybe there was some kind of small wall along here where the cars are parked. I don't know. This here is the image that was posted on Twitter. Looks like some kind of roofing here and some wall that collapsed, and it looks like corn growing over here. Here are some of the reports that were sent into EMSC about the earthquake there in Iran. It says, I just felt it. Many of these I have to translate. This one says one of the most severe earthquakes that they had felt there in recent years. The next one says 1 hour east of Turkey, and then Vaz, the same famous fault that they predicted before. 106 miles southwest. Report says the sundialer observed dangling center of Basra city. Another one from Basra said they felt it. Another one, 241 kilometers. Southwest is 149 miles. We all felt it in the office. That was in Kuwait. Another one from Kuwait. It was felt strong enough to wake me from my sleep. Another one said it was a slight shake. Another one said they felt it in their building. It was shaking. I saw an object swaying in my house. And then the last one said it lasted about 30 seconds, a half a minute. It was a slight tremor. That is a long ways to feel it. Here's the felt report on USGS. Kuwait, all the way down here. Let's see, intensity level 3. Let's see, intensity level 2. That's probably the farthest. It was really felt up here in this location. Intensity level 4. Another 4. There's the location of the earthquake. Let's see, Bandar, intensity level 3, and Bathsheba, intensity level 3. So for intensity level 3, felt noticeably indoors but not always recognized as an earthquake. Standing autos rock slightly. Vibration like a passing truck. Intensity level 4. Felt indoors by many, outdoors by a few at night. Some may have been woken up. Well, that one man said he did get woken up. Dishes, windows, doors would have been rattling. Autos rocked noticeably. So, intensity level 4. Yep, they would have noticed automobiles rocking. Same with that. And then the rest looks like 3s and 2s. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, be prepared. As you have seen in recent times when disaster strikes, it could be a very long time until help arrives. Can only depend on yourself. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you all. Bye.